Hi, Ralph.
Also,
Are you able to hear me okay?
yeah.
Commiserations today. I just wanted to start by asking how you felt your team performed.
Yeah, not good, to be honest. It's very disappointing what we showed today, especially in the second half. In the first half, it was also that you had the feeling that the opponent was wants it a little bit more, and we came back after the first goal. What was far too easy. We conceded there, and then especially had problems with the second balls that were falling down. They played a lot of long balls on Burn in the first half, struggled a little bit. Then we changed in the second half, and then the goal conceded. We are in normal shape. Everybody's in his position. This cannot happen. It's that easy. We are defending far too sloppy in that moment. And this is what I was speaking before the game about, that you can see that some automatism are going away because of no training in the past weeks or months. And when bad things are going dominant, then it looks like this. And what after 2-1 and was simply not convinced enough that we can turn the table again. But in the end, we had only 1 or 2 good chances. Shea has a big one, I think, where he has to score normally, but in total not deserved to get something today because we haven't been good enough to be honest.
And that final VAR check in the closing minutes of the game, did you think that was the right decision?
I haven't seen the scene, to be honest. Sorry.
Okay. I'll ask you then, obviously you're in no imminent danger, but does the thought of relegation, is that a concern to you?
Well, when you don't win games, then you're always in danger. And in the moment, we are struggling of taking points. And this is what we have to find back, the way we want to play, the way we want to defend. And then, it's not about asking if you're in danger or not.
You've got the international break coming up. Do you see that as a positive to give your players a bit of rest, or are you concerned that it could lead to more injuries? Because you've obviously had a fair few injuries this season.
It's a chance to work on a few things. This is a positive. Although there's not every player here, but the players they are here, they give us hopefully a chance to work on a few habits and a few behaviors, and we have to be better. This is the goal for the next 3 weeks.
And then finally, obviously, you've got your cup tie against Bournemouth. How important is the FA Cup to you this season?
Yeah, it's like a bonus for us, but the league is what, is the most important thing, that it is that we are in a good position, and we have been in a good position, and now we aren't anymore. And this is why we are very disappointed.
Thanks ever so much. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Dan Sheldon.
Thank you, Jordan. Good afternoon, Ralph. You've mentioned how bad that second half was. As a manager and your team seemingly haven't got any desire, how worrying is that?
Yes, this is something you have to think about, to be honest, because I didn't like the way we responded to the second goal we conceded. There was no power, no energy in the team, although we have rested a few players during the week, and I think also from the bench there was not really an impact to see, and we're getting worse when we are subs, when we take the subs, and this is something that is, for our game, not enough.
Are you almost bereft of ideas with the players at the moment, because the second half was just, they were repeating the same process over and over and over again without any joy? I mean, are you running out of ideas on how to turn this form around?
I think it's time to see very clear what is missing and to work on these things. And hopefully we have a little bit time to work on a few things. In the past, I was always speaking about that we are missing some automatism in our game, that it is getting worse. And hopefully we can use the time to work on these things.
And just finally from me, in yourself, are you still confident that your message is getting across to these players?
Yeah, hopefully the right messages. This is the question you can ask, if it was the right what I told them today. But I think when we see what we have played this season and what we play now, then it's a big gap. This is for sure. And we can always speak about injuries or whatever, but in the moment we have more than only details missing, and this is what we have to see very clear and yeah, to be honest to ourselves.
Thank you for your time, Ralph.
Thank you.
Okay, Tom Leach.
Hi, Ralph. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
On the lack of urgency at the end, it feels like it's something that we've seen more during the second half of the season. What do you put it down to? Is it that the pressing is leaving them tired? Is it personnel? Is it just this strange COVID season?
Oh, it's a combination of maybe a lot of things that happens then, and the second goal then is a mentality killer. But we have a few players coming from outside. They are fresh. They should normally give us a lift in that moment. But also the way we tried it then was far away from what we wanted to do, and I think you could see that there was a little bit chaotic, to be honest. There was no plan, no clear idea in what we are doing the last 30 minutes, and this is not possible.
You've got no Premier League game now for 3 weeks. You mentioned there the improvements that you have to find. Do you think that 3 weeks is enough time to find those improvements? And can you do that without all of them there, with some of them heading away?
We have to work on this, and I think we have shown in the past, and maybe work hard and maybe work on a few things that we are getting better, and we have to come back to the highest level, and that means we need to work on a few parts of our game, and this is the challenge for the next weeks.
I know on a day like today you only want to think about the Premier League, but it's obviously the FA Cup that's coming up next. How hard is it going to be for your players to go into this game next week and put that Premier League form away, to shut out the form that they're on right now, and remember that in the Cup they normally find the best of themselves?
We have to find a group that is willing to work committed, and they will get the chance to play on next Saturday, and we know about the big chance we have there, and then should grab it with all we have.
Congratulations, Ralph.
Thank you.
Okay, Ryota from GG Press.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
On Takumi Minamino, and he hasn't created any goals in recent matches, but how do you assess his performance today or in the recent games? And what do you expect him to make more impact on your team? Thanks.
It's also difficult for him now because the team is not in best shape, and he always shows his quality on the ball. But today he had also not the biggest impact in the game. This is right. That's the reason why I try to sub him and bring a fresh player for him. We must have a look. But I'm happy that he's here, that he scored two important goals for us so far, and hopefully he does a few more.
Thank you.
Okay, Jacob Tanswell.
Hi Ralph, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You appear to change shape midway through the second half, Musa and Nathan coming on. What's the thinking behind that?
Yeah, we changed to the back five, or bringing the two wingers a little bit higher so that we can stress them from the side. In the center, it was very tough. They were very compact and coming behind the last line, but the deliveries of the balls was not good. The positioning in the box was not good. It was too slow when we changed the side, and the balls in behind, not often enough. We had one good ball where Browse had a big moment where he could lay up, and then there was nobody in the center who follows. This was maybe the best chance in the end then, but this was the plan, but it didn't work.
Do you feel there was enough urgency to play forward, particularly in the last 20 minutes?
Excuse me again, please.
Do you feel there was enough urgency to play forward, particularly in that last 20 minutes?
To less conviction and to less, not enough energy and power, I think, to go for this balls, to fight, giving away in an easy way. It's never easy against a deep-sitting opponent then to create chances, but I think you can do it much better than we did.
Thanks, Ralph.
Okay, thanks everyone.